My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Monster Train. Ooh, it is time for a victory lap. Let's try and do another random win in Covenant 25 as our victory lap. Just continue victory lapping until we've done all of the runs on 25 with all the different people. That's the plan. Not gonna work, but that's the plan. Gem Trove in the base deck, love to see it. 2 Umbra Assaults and 2 Hornbreaks. This is a really morsel heavy deck. So we're very likely to want to go for things like Gorge. Whenever a card with Consume is played, deal 30 damage to the front enemy unit. There is actually, like, this is a lot better in Umbra than many of the other classes, because Space Prism, you pretty much always take. Well, not always, but a lot of the time you take it. But more so than that, you have Excavated Ember Cache, which consumes itself and adds 3 consume cards into your deck, right? Real good with those. Winged Indulgence can be pretty big though, especially against bosses, because it doesn't say non-enemy boss, non-boss enemies rather, it says enemies. We're gonna have to go for the Gorge. We just need some damage early, and we have so many morsels in the deck, it just makes sense. It just makes sense. Enemy units enter with armor 10. I can actually let a bunch of Forged Disciples go straight by me with no problem. I'll take 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6 damage possibly? No, not 6, because I'll end up hitting them at least once. So I'll take 4? By my count, 4? Let's go. One there. So we're assault for the top floor and just pop the extra morsels down. Fine. Because we have a Hornbreak as well, so this Discipled Foot Soldier is really easy for us to kill. Great. Hey, and there it is. Take the easy kill when it's offered. Shade Split. So you go to the top with 31, you still get to hit 2 times. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. The Umbra can't be killed with Umbra Assault. Umbra Morsel can't be killed with Umbra Assault. Funny. So what I can do here, actually, is Hornbreak and Umbra Assault my own unit on the very top line to make sure that I get as many morsels eaten here. Because it's not going to change whether or not the Forged Disciple takes extra damage when it gets to the top. But it might be relevant for killing the boss. Yeah, it doesn't change anything about that one either. So, Shade Splitter. Gem Trove's not back in the deck yet. Might be one of the 3 cards that we draw from the new deck. Might be one of the 2 cards we draw from the new deck, because we also got the Weighted Contrition in there. Never mind, it's fine. Totally fine. Heck, we'll even pop one of them down, and Umbra Assault, and then Gorge even more. So we took 4 damage in order to get a unit draft there. Definitely worthwhile. We're going to want another Gorge unit. Packed Morsels is huge, though. Fortify? Hornbreak? Legend? I don't hate the idea of taking Fortify here. What is it for? Fortify. It's for when I don't get lifesteal and I still need to keep the Penumbra alive. Because neither of these classes has good access to healing. So I might as well take the armor when it's offered. Shadow Eater. Easiest choice of my life. It's exactly what I wanted. I wanted some sweep from the Gorges. Gives us both. Now that we have that, we might actually not even want to go over here for the Hellhorn unit early. I think we want to go for the spell upgrades now. Consume removal on Packed Morsels is interesting. Double stack. So double stack on Gem Trove is nice. It's nice. It's good for defending a floor that isn't your morsel eating floor, because you want it to hit a lot of friendly units that are stacked onto the same floor, but you don't want those friendly units to disappear at the end of the turn because they're morsels, right? I like double stacking Gem Trove. Do not get me wrong. I like that as an idea. But at the moment, this is a very expensive grovel. until I build a floor that it can do better stuff on. Fortify, however, that's an extra 5 armor for 0. I'm comfy with that. I'm pretty comfy with that, in fact. Also, upgrade an Umbra Assault to cost less. Sorry, to cost less, to have extra power, and then cost less on the Gem Trove. Now the Gem Trove is castable without actually having to... Ooh, another unit draft. Can I do this one? Of Charge from Princess, you're only going to have 1 damage. It's basically the same fight as last time. We get another unit draft for it. Nice. If the top floor isn't the one with the decreased capacity, it's not great. Then we'll have the ability to get a fair few gorges, hopefully. Well, first here. Okay, Gem Trove to get health for the 1 floor is the one we are most looking for there. And then damage Divine Shield for the top. Unfortunately, we miss out on the summon. Yeah, if only we got the torches a turn earlier. Okay, so you're going down by 24. If I torch the back line, then you go down by 29, which means you only get 1 hit on the last shard of the pyre. Unfortunately, you do have a lot more damage than I thought you did. Didn't it say 2? Oh, right, the aggressive... Duh. Of course. Even mock that one up. It's fine. Take 7 there on the top. Well, I mean, it's not fine. Taking 7 on the top is pretty objectively not fine. It's okay. Throw away a train suit in the midline so that I can just draw into my more important and useful cards. And Umbra Assault. Huh. Alright, we'll summon one of you and then Umbra Assault. Summon another, throw the Hornbreak out, and then just pop those 2 on the top line. So what do we take? 7 damage this fight? Yeah, 7. 7 for another unit draft at this point? Honestly, still on board. Still very much on board with that. Packed Morsels. I now have the ability to feed 3 Gorge floors. Do it. Capacity is also way better right now. We don't need Morsel Master. So it's Crucible Warden or Crucible Collector. Do I even want Crucible Warden or Crucible Collector? They don't solve new problems for us. They don't solve new problems for us. We already have the Penumbra as our way of solving the same problem that each of those solves for us. Duping something, What I'm really going to want is extra capacity as soon as I can get it. I'm going to go over the artifact and the health. Start battle summon 4 units. Can't do that. Gonna have to go with the cards with consume. If 4 units go to the middle floor, then I end up with Shadow Eater on the middle floor and it never gorges anything because the gorge unit has to specifically be in the front line. So very rarely is Sketches of Salvation great as an Umbra Gorge build. It's very good, however, as an Umbra Shadow Siege build. Ooh, Trapdoor is still Polyclaw. Sending things back down to the bottom floor? Or ascending them to the top and getting them killed basically instantly? I think we need to ascend them to the top and get them killed basically instantly. Okay. It's also going to be discarded instead of consumed 50% of the time. Also, another thing, we mentioned it earlier, that there are consume cards you're going to want to take as the Umbra. And having the ability to play them an extra time, 50% of the time, is good. It's pretty good. Okay. Oh, that's really annoying. Do I still set up on the bottom floor with a Shadow Eater? I think I do, actually. Yeah, because not all of the floors are specifically going to be Shadow Splitter again. You know what? No, I'm just going to kill those 2 manually. And then Morsel Jeweler up here. I think that's probably more important. That Hornbreak should have gone against the Forged Disciple. I don't know what I was thinking there. Alright. So Umbra assault you. Send you into the sky, and then start getting some more Gorge triggers off. Okay, so that's only 1 damage taken so far. Go 2 Umbra Morsel on the bottom line, and then 2 more here. And 2 Train Stewards for the top line, so we'll tag you with another 10 when you get up to the top. As long as we have a torch, we should be fine. Dang, that bomb's gonna make things a little annoying. Oh, never mind, we're gonna enter and assault you for the easy kill. Packed morsels as well, I think. Okay, that's great. We'll morsel miner here. Hornbreak you so that I have places to put these magma morsels. Right? Actually, I don't have places to put it anyway. That's fine. Alright. Let's go for a gem trove for the mid line. Another morsel miner. Oh, thank you. We have 1 stack of life shield life steal right now, but 2 stacks of divine shield. The damage shield rather, sorry. They're anti-synergistic with one another because obviously you're not taking damage, so divine shield back, damage shield back rather, is not useful. Really? That's a death. Yeah, I really thought the Penumbra was going to be able to scale in time there. That it wasn't going to need a tank. I mean, with more lifesteal, it would have. Maybe that is what the Gorge Collectors, the Crucible Warden and Crucible Collector, maybe that's what they were offering, right? They don't gorge for stats, but they do gorge for survivability. Whereas the survivability that the Penumbra gets is only out of the eaten effects for the morsels. So it's the repetition of it. Okay. I also don't think that I can rely on the Penumbra at... Whoa! Really? Huh. 2 pack morsels, 2 hornbreaks, and a cave-in. Love it. Yeah, I don't think I can rely on the gorging Penumbra to grow at the rate that I'm assuming that it will for no good reason. Friendly units gain +2 damage on kill. That's quite powerful. Trample seems pretty good with that. Right? Gives it the ability to kill multiple enemies at the same time. Get pretty big. The only problem is, how do I heal up a trample unit, right? It'd have to be armor of some kind. And I can get armor in these classes, it's just I don't have access to it yet. And I don't want to say, okay, cool, all I have to do is get armor, and then spend 2 battles not finding armor, and then die because I didn't get armor. I think I'm actually going to go with the Architect. I think I'm going to use the Architect to sit behind a Crucible Warden or a Crucible Collector, or maybe a Shadow Eater even. Unit draft is going to be pretty important for allowing us to get that. Thankfully, we have the ability to get the unit draft relatively easily with the spells that we have in the deck for damage. Put them all up on the top. And Train Suit in mid. Great. But yes, with these spells, we'll have the ability to do all of this pretty easily. Great. Hornbreak can go under that, but it doesn't need to. Let's throw down a Rebel Morsel. Probably throw down the other one if that's not a Rebel Morsel. Never mind, it is. Cool. Love getting a little extra energy right there. Okay, so you've got 5. And I got 20, so I'll be able to hit you 4 times. 4 times is 180. Okay, we have lethal. And we'll just cave in to get it done faster. Great. All right. Making the morsel, perils of production, immortal trade. Perils of production seems like it'd be consistently usable. It's just, do I need the energy? I'm gonna hold on that. Hidden passage, fortify, rage serum. And then I think I will go for the fortify for the reasons aforementioned. Alloyed construct. Are we really gonna do that? Alloyed construct is our frontliner for the penumbra. Okay. It'll grow with the consume crown quite well. Actually, we might get a second one. Go for 2-floor strategy here. Endless doesn't seem great. Another alloyed construct and morsel master. Yikes. Okay. So the penumbra only takes 1 capacity because it expands the capacity by 2. Then the allied construct takes 2. So I have 2 left on the floor. Unless it is the capacity reduced one, in which case I'll only have 1 left. Do I run 2 floors of alloyed constructs? I don't think I have enough morsels to run 2 floors of alloyed constructs. Because if we do lack the gorge for it, then they do nothing. It's not like if we lack the gorge for it, they're still a unit, right? They are actually nothing at that point. Dang. I'm gonna reroll first. Quick. I think I give you a battle stone. Dang. Quick would have been nice. Just a little too expensive for us. Just a touch. So battle enemy units appear on each floor. The thing is, clergyman. I think our spells can handle this, but it really depends on the draw. But I also don't want to be left short on money again. Also, the reconciler on the bottom floor is pretty much a problem. Okay, so we take 9 damage there. Gonna have to torch there, I imagine. Also miner. We'll also go for health. Torch you for the money. Sinner's Burden out. And yeah, we can even train Steward Magma Morsel here. It's fine. Sinner's Burden's not that bad. Let's take 1 extra damage. Hornbreak to get rid of that instantly. We're gonna need more and more fuel consistently, so obviously gonna have to drop that. Train Steward, or just purge out a Sinner's Burden. I mean, both of them purge on play, right? But one of them makes the board stronger. It's a pretty good comparison, I think, there. Nice! 2 Morsel Jewelers. That's actually really good. We're going to be denying the first 2 hits of the High Priestess of the Light. Immediately, I ignored my own point about playing the Train Stewards over the Sinner's Burdens. Oops. Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter to put it there. I just don't want to draw it in the next cycle, I guess. Good. So we took 10 damage in order to get the 75 there. Again, pretty comfy with that. Space Prism. Need the space to do all the stuff. Vent for a little bit of area of effect. With the amount of directed damage I have right now, I don't want to settle for a vent yet. Alright, this is probably our final opportunity to see an Umbra unit and hope that it's actually a frontliner for us. Friendly unit gain +3. That's actually pretty good for saving morsels from sweep. Okay. Okay, this is what we were looking for. Good, 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 good. So the alloyed construct can now sit on a floor by itself. The penumbra can sit behind a crucible collector or a crucible warden. Ultimately, which of these is going to be better? Well, we're going to want to set up this on the bottom floor. So the one that has initial higher health seems better. Right? No, because it doesn't lifesteal on the first turn. But also your lifesteal will scale when you get kills. I think it's still the collector. Okay, Gift of Gratitude, Heaven's Gold, or Petty Theft. We don't have excellent energy generation or anything like that. Petty Theft this early is pretty powerful. I'll take it, but I'm worried, because the thing is, the next space is Daedalus. And Daedalus is real mean. Explosive Sigil. Okay, so Divine Shield would have been way worse against Explosive Sigil. Which means... that is one thing that I don't do yet that I need to do. I need to look at the Daedaluses, the battles, and be able to figure what's happening from them. The Clitswing statues to block your assault. So I guess this is the armor fell? Obviously, Seraph the Diligent. See, this one says it devours your spells. The other ones don't tell you directly what they do, but they do show you an image. And this one had the Explosive Sigil image, right? Yeah, it just had like a little explodey guy in the middle. I mean, they kind of hint at what they do, but they don't just tell you what they do. Ooh, I'll take that 2 lifesteal, thank you. Alright. All seems in order to me. Don't need to kill the backliner if I already lifesteal. I'm gonna want a shade split for like each of these floors. Don't you? Do you want the stats? Yeah, you don't care about Divine Shield, right? No, you don't. Okay, cool. Again, that whole Divine Shield and Lifesteal being anti-synergistic because the damage shield, right? It's damage shield with the damage shield. The capital D for damage shield. That should help me differentiate it from Divine Shield. Petty Theft is real good here. So it's Pack Morsels, obviously. Lifesteal. That's the top liner. Unfortunately, we don't even hit you. What? We don't have any fuel? Oh, bugger. I could have sworn I had some fuel already. All right. How much damage is that going to cost us? Oh, that's a lot more damage than I wanted to take. Okay, I think we have to use this mid-floor. Let's even Shade Splitter for a Rubble Morsel. If I could put the Alloyed Construct out in front on the bottom line, I would, but when you descend them, they go to the back of the line. Okay, so just gonna throw those out there then. Right, Daedalus, nice. We actually get past Daedalus today. Let's see how much further we get. I'm glad that we had the ability to kind of like immediately rectify the thing that we did in the first run, which was look at that unit and go, no, that unit isn't isn't going to perform anything that is not already being performed by my Gorge Penumbra. Okay, this is our first wreck. Oh, yikes, really? First rare card is not impressive. Not at all. I mean, I guess on the Alloyed Construct it could be good. The Spike of the Hellhaunt in particular. Alloy of the Ancients would be for defending... I mean, defending while I wait to really set up a chain. I could do Alloy of the Ancients as well. Alloy of the Ancients is a really good double stack too. I can't take Consumer of Crowns, sadly. Do have the Consumed Crown. I just can't take you because I have no imps. And again, both of these, we can't run a third floor that is just another Crucible Warden or an Alloyed Construct, especially considering how little we have in the way of morsels at the moment. We need morsels at the moment. Let's go for the draw so that we get the morsels more commonly, at least. We're probably going to have to cost decrease the Shade Splitters just to have morsels right now, because, yeah, this isn't giving us more morsels. I mean, unless we go for the Hell Vent and dupe a packed morsels? But there are also, like, a lot of minion upgrades we really want, so Merchant of Steel. Multi-Strike. No, Multi-Strike on a Lifestealer is actually not necessarily good because it means you run out of Lifesteal twice as fast, which is going to be way worse because you usually waste the Lifesteal gain from the second hit. So instead I'll give the Lifesteal to the Alloyed Construct, and then the extra health to the Crucible Warden. Oh, reroll. What a large stone you? It's a lot more health and a lot more damage. Yeah. Yeah. We'll use Space Prism to expand your floor so that I still have the ability, because, like, Penumbra is going to be 3, right? It'll be neutral. So I basically have the same space already. Okay, good. Look at the Hellhorn units. Horned Warrior behind an Alloyed Construct on the top floor only leaves me space to eat 1 a turn. It's not great. Okay, the double cut here should make the deck a little easier to play also. I think it's probably going to be double torch. Treat the horn breaks as like mega upgraded torches. Piercing plus 3 damage. Great, upgrade to champion. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be gorging with you. The Penumbra just got double the damage though. That's like really big. Enemy Attempt with Spell Shield 2. That's kind of annoying here because the hasters we're only really going to be able to kill with horn breaks right now. And if I don't have... Well, I mean, I can set up on the bottom and the top floor, but it just gives me 1 less floor's worth of time to get more Shade Splitters out and stuff like that. But is it that big of a problem? Because honestly, if the Alloyed Construct eats anything in the first turn, we're already safe. I don't think it's that big of a problem. Alloyed Construct. Okay. Well, we'll Hornbreak to kill the Clipped Conduit in the background, I think, yeah. Umbra plus Crucible. Yes. You, easily. We'll throw a Trainsuit. No, Trainsuit can't go on the top line. Has to go in the mid. I was about to throw it on the top line because, yeah, if the Collector goes there, I wanted to have someone there. But the Alloyed Construct needs to go there because that's where a lot of people are going to be jumping immediately up to. Speaking thereof, it is exactly about to happen like that. You don't need to stack a ridiculous amount of lifesteal right now, whereas you need as much fuel as I can give you. Great. Shame to not be able to kill the top line there, but oh well. Yeah, we get the destroy straight through. Let's Shade Splitter again, probably for the top line. The only thing is when the boss comes out, we're actually not going to want to be powerful on the top line. We're going to want to be powerful on the bottom line because the boss gains more power the more levels it moves up. I think this might be the last time that I feed the Alloyed Construct. I think now I cycle back to exclusively caring about a bottom here. Start stacking up the lifesteal. Okay. Nothing doing on any of those. Great. Petty theft. You really have to turn up at this point. It's not like you would have been much use earlier on, but you're definitely of no use now. Great. Yeah, we didn't want to let the boss go up floors. It has a resolve trigger for gaining more damage. 150. Umbra Stone is actually pretty appealing to put on the Penumbra because the Penumbra becomes a 100 after this. So it gives the ability to perform sweep in circumstances where sweep would otherwise be difficult. Because we don't want to have to sweep with the top liner. Especially because there will be situations where the sweep is like a bunch of weak units in front of a strong unit. I'll take an Umbra Stone here. I'm okay with that. Dark Deal. Yes? Yep. Big amount of damage. Good double stack target. I mean, we don't have a shortage of good double stack targets for spells in our deck, right? We already have the Alloy of the Ancients, which gets 25 extra armor for a double stack. So big. Okay. I think I'm going for the artifacts. Start a turn, add a random imp unit to your hand. Well, we're going capacity after Fell anyway, so sure. When you summon the second unit during a turn, gain 3 energy, that's basically just extra energy every turn. Morsel Miner on each floor at the very start. Very nice. Do not underestimate it. Love it a lot. But Hell's Banner means that I no longer have any energy problems ever. And not having any energy problems ever is... yeah, it's fine. It's pretty good. Uh-oh. Crystal Cloak. Relentless Stealth 8. So, how do we deal with a Crystal Cloak? Important question. What we're probably going to do is we will set up on floors 2 and 3. Floors 2 and 3 are the top floors, right? The bottom floor, we will use the hold round and the boss emergence round to just play as many morsels down there as we can for each of them to eat 1 hit and therefore 1 stealth from the Crystal Cloak so that I can actually respond to it. Because, you know, if it does 8 hits of 13 damage, it will kill any of my units before I can actually respond to them. Enemy units enter with armor 15. Now, can I deal with that? Maybe, but not certainly. I think I can. I think I can. Dang, that's a rough midline. Oh, we don't really get much choice. Space Prism's going to be very important there. Throw away things like Pyre Chomper on the bottom line there. Let's give you fuel so that you have the ability to hit a Collector if one gets summoned. There's the Collector. Hey, molting him at the front line? Not bad. Let's Dark Deal you, give you an Umbra Stone as well. And then we'll Shade Split that for the top line. Shade Split again. Train Steward just nice down on the bottom. Great. That'll do. Space Prism plus a extra 4 from the Pyre Chomper. I don't like the Master of Sweep getting things to kill, so I'm actually going to give you armor literally just to keep you around. We'll throw out the packed morsels as well as the shade splitter. Figure out which of these goes on which floor. Probably lifesteal. Actually, lifesteal's probably important on the top floor as well. Oh, the Master of Light has enough damage. Dang it. Never mind. Everything should be going in the mid. Master of Light has enough damage to kill them all. Oops. I'm going to push both of these down to the next line. No, because then the sweep is even worse from the Master of Light. It's just we wanted that quick upgrade ages ago. That would have done it. Okay, you've got 2 fuel. No, wait, you've got multi-strike 2. You've got 1 fuel. Okay. Not going to have the ability to play 2 things this turn. That is to say, to play 2 minions. Unfortunately, that also means no morsels for the top line, so no fuel, which means the Master of Light gets to the very top. Yep. Looks like it's just the way that one's gonna go. Ouch. God, you're even gonna heal 10 going up? A horn break there and prevent that. Also minor, great pickup. We'll take a magma morsel happily too. Okay, you've only got 4 damage, so I can still get some morsels eaten here on the top line as long as they have enough health. I can still get a morsel eaten there on the top line as long as I have enough health. Welder Helper seems really good here. Pop that down. The imps are also really good for getting rid of the Crystal Cloak charges. There. So throw out another Shade Splitter for an Umbra on that floor. We only have 2 stacks of lifesteal. We're going to need a couple more in the next cycle. What are we likely to get? Morsel Jeweler, possibly. I want Morsel Jeweler as well as both Shade Splitters. That's very, very optimistic to ask for, but please, game, please. It can be for my birthday and Christmas. 3 turns. Cool, got him. So yeah, the challenge definitely costs us some HP. But 12 damage for 150? I'll do it. Grovel, Cave In, and Cannibalize. I'm pretty much always going to have imps that I actually want to get rid of. So I'm going to take Cannibalize. Oh, speaking of, there's Impressive for helping us get rid of some of those imps. 15 damage to a front enemy unit and sack an imp is not bad. Not bad. Okay. I might end up giving it holdover even. Who knows? Minion upgrades at this point? Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Okay, so do I have a spell that I would want to upgrade, copy 5 times rather if I got the copy? Packed Morsels actually probably. Although I might just copy it once in that case. No? Okay. Fine. We'll go for Monster Rail Spike. Get a Train Steward out of here. And then go to the Merchant Magic for +20 magic power and consume on a torch. Let's lower the cost of Cannibalize. Reroll and consume cost +1. I like the idea of getting the Space Prism now that we have a Cannibalize in the deck. Getting Space Prism reduced, or not reduced rather, to not consume. But Packed Morsels not consuming is so good. And as I said, we are going to be going capacity after the next boss anyway. I want Petty Theft to do extra damage also. This is floor 6. Is it too late to invest in Petty Theft? I think it's too late to invest in Petty Theft. We're going for a Hornbreak upgrade there instead. Energy's not really a concern for us too much, right? We'll still reduce the cost of something before moving on. Okay, so is this armor? No, it's in power with rage. The clipped warrior has become winged once more, creating statues in her former image to block your assault. That doesn't really give us any hint that it's got rage. What if it was like, you know how Seraph says Seraph the Diligent and stuff like that? What if it was like Fel the Furious or something? That'd do it. That'd make it pretty clear to me. Okay. I want to return consume stuff to my hand. I'll do that later. It's just a shame I have to pass up an explosion in order to get it. Let's Shade Split, but not on the bottom floor, because that would have been an incant trigger. 2. Then I will cannibalize you, which will still be an incant trigger, but it's fine. I don't want more damage on this mid line and more defense on the top line, so I think we'll do exactly that. Let's give you some rage. Should I give you even more rage? Yeah, why not? And heck, I'll even throw out the LOV actions. Not gonna want to cycle back into that one necessarily. Okay. Shame that I have to play the Space Prism there, but I do. Alright, we'll go for Shade Split, Shade Split, Shade Split. Damage. Welder Helper. I think I'll just sack you on the bottom line. And then you have no fuel. Let's finally get some in you. It's going to be important this next round. Cool. Let's go for another torch on this line. Sweep does nothing here, thankfully. Gain our energy back and not really have anywhere to cast it. Fine. Pop both on that line, so once we throw out the trample, we'll still get more damage on the back line afterwards. Nice, there's the trample as well. Use the packed morsels first. Actually, we can put a packed morsels on either floor. Each floor, rather. I think we just keep stacking lifesteal on the Crucible Collector, and that's how we're going to win against the Fells, so put both of those there happily. Damage is also pretty important. Thankfully, we get lifesteal and damage at the same time, whereas the top floor just needs health. So it's health on the top floor, damage and lifesteal on the mid floor. Consume for trample on the Penumbra. Purge this unit and sack a Molting Imp. Do I want to sack a Molting Imp? Yes. But I'm going to kill it myself because I don't want the Master of Light to get the rage from sweeping and killing. Don't want it to hit the Slay trigger. Great. It's time for the Impish Scholar to give us... what do I even want back out of it? Consumes Space Prism. Or... Never mind. We got it. It's fine. The other option would have been, instead of Space Prism, getting the Packed Morsels also would have been a really good pickup there. Right. Oh god, I gave him a Slay target. forgot that that was the sweep unit on that floor instantly after reminding myself seconds ago. Dang it. Muscle Miner definitely goes here. Stats are way important. You still got 2 fuel in you? Okay. Everyone goes in the midline. Because we're getting real close to Fel coming out on the field. Here we are. And I think we're not going to kill Fel on the top line. We just don't have enough defense on the Allied construct. Yikes. Those are not good buffs right there. That Hornbreak damage wasn't needed there. It's 15 more towards the Fel. I should have just thrown it to the Fel at least. Alright. The problem I'm having right now is I'm looking at that happen, and I'm like, yeah, that's not going to work against the Seraph. Not at all. Transcendent. Forever consumed is a lot of damage because we generate energy ridiculously, but Transcendent. Let's see if we can get that endless. Dupe, remove 2 and an artifact? Nah, I can't turn that down. As much as I want to go and fish for Transcendent Endless, it's the only upgrade I really want from the merchant over there. Whereas duping over here is a extremely easy packed morsel pickup. And an artifact for, yeah, at the start of the turn, get a random common or uncommon into your hand. But we probably prefer jack strips, don't we? Yeah, saves us from all 2 health enemies. That'll make it much easier for me to do the thing that I'm about to do and cut 2 torches from the deck. Nice. Thanks, game. Alright, now we finally have the Penumbra is actually returning capacity to a floor by it being summoned it. The room is emptier for having that unit inside. Yeah, this is the problem. The Shade Wings have multi-strike, so they already do 30 damage. Giving them plus 8 is you now do 46, right? 46 damage. And more than 2 of them can be on the same floor. Yeah, I can't do that. I wish I could, but I can't. 270 isn't that bad to take into the next area. I mean, look, if you're going to give him Molting Imp, like on the first turn, you know, obviously play into it. Damage, health, and just a random one for fuel. Throw out a train suit as well. Alright. Alright. Let's go first with a Pyre Chomper, and then we'll blow that up for 50 damage to the front line. Let's Packed Morsel and Shade Split to see what our options really are here. Health, health, health. Start stacking some Dark Deal there. I really wish the Dark Deal was more common than that. Alright, kill there, and that'll do. Alright. Fledgling Imp. I really like the idea of just, you know, keeping the rage on the top line now. Okay, so damage, 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 health, health, health. I mean, the split is working out very well. Very, very pleased with that. Also love that we managed to get the bottom floor to completely clear there. Yeah, that Gilded Wing's not going to die. Not loving that you get to live through that. I'm gonna need more lifesteal stacked on the Crucible collector soon, I think. I think the top floor is actually... It's got enough fuel, we're fine now. So how many imps have I lost? Multi-imp, Pyre Chomper. Yeah, Transcendent doesn't really do anything for us right now. And a Rage Imp. There's also a dead Rage Imp. Fine. Do that just for the instant clear. Shade Split to Rubble Morsel just for the lifesteal as well. Nice. Hornbreak for the instant removal, which is actually going to make killing the Gilded Wing a lot easier. I don't think this is enough lifesteal on the Crucible Warden. We needed to pivot towards giving it lifesteal earlier than we did. I think I spent way too long worrying about our top. Thank heck. Vaulting in with the double removal right there. Love it. And then we get a Morsel Miner as well as... No more Morsel Miners. Fine. Damage. Dark Deal you. Shade Splitter. Lifesteal damage. No. Fine. Health. And then triple Divine Shield for the top line. Great. Good. Good. We've got this one. I don't know if I actually could have done that with the extra damage on the enemies. I might have been able to. I think our morsel generation is pretty good. I don't think I need a cannibalize. I also think our capacity is actually pretty good, and I don't need a crucible extension either. So we'll take the money. Inferno for clearing a floor. Or at least for making the floor much less intimidating. Yes, please. Because I have a lot of excess energy. That's not a problem for me to cast. Move consume, gain cost +1. I could do that to the packed morsels. Let's have a look at the merchant and trinks before we do anything. Cards with the consume have 50% chance to be discarded instead. Seraph the Diligent is going to be consuming our cards. We'll probably be trying to consume all the Shade Splitters is the thing. We're not going to want all of the consume. I want to reroll looking for Gorge Effects trigger twice in particular. Conserve energy between turns is interesting. It's just I don't know if I can do anything with it. Like, yeah, we'll have all that energy, and then what? And then what, right? Mine Jacks, +2 capacity on the middle floor. Okay. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing. We'll go... Or do we want to draw an extra card every turn with a morsel? You know what? Yeah, actually we'll draw a card extra every single turn. That's really good. Then use the Hell Vent to dupe another... Actually, do I want a second Inferno? It's not upgraded even slightly, but that might be it. I'm gonna reroll. Permafrost. Yeah. Yep. That gives me 2 barriers of, oh god, this bottom floor looks awful. What the hell do I do before I'm dead? In particular, it's going to be very important for 2 big dude floors. The floors of 2 big dudes. Okay, let's consume the Shade Splitter. So we're going to be eating a lot of things with the Penumbra. The Penumbra on this line, what do you care about? damage only. Guess you'll take that too, and then all the rest of these for the top. Fortunately, this does mean we get the self-mutilation there. Okay. Let's go with Pyre Chomper, and then Impressive to hit the front line. Drop the Crucible Collector up here. I am going to be using the Inferno for that bottom line, happily. Gosh, I've never seen a bottom line that wants it more than the one we'd previously seen. Just makes it so much easier for us. We even leave the Inferno in the deck. Okay. Let's go with Molting Imp. I might want to consume the Fortify here. In fact, not only do I might want to consume the Fortify, I do want to consume the Fortify. Get Self-Mutilation out of the deck so I can Pact Morsel and damage, damage. Inferno? Yep. I don't think Trample's as important. Then a little bit more fuel for you. We actually... No, we're not done giving fuel to the Alloyed Construct, but we're not far off either. Let's get the Train Steward on the bottom line just so we don't draw back into it. Ally of the Constructs... Ally of the Ancients is also a thing that we won't draw back into if we play it. But if we play it as the first card of a turn, it will count for the Diligent Consume, so I won't have to then consume another card afterwards. It's pretty important there. We've got 1 Pyre Chomper, 2 Molting Imps, and a partridge in a pear tree. So, yeah, get rid of the Petty Theft, definitely, I think. Rage in the midline? No, Rage on the top line. I actually want the Shade Splitter more than the Petty Theft. Yeah, we'll go for the Petty Theft there. That's actually really good because the Wilt Wings is going to go to the next floor and then instantly die to the Jack Strips. Well, that's all for the midline. Has to be. Then we'll just go for the little bit extra fuel and damage on the top. Yeah, the Crucible, honestly, the Crucible Collector needs to max out every turn, if that's possible for us. I'm gonna Train Steward Fledgling Imp on the bottom line. Oh, we're about to take some damage. Are we ever about to take some damage? Woof. This is because I haven't gotten back to my Infernos. That's why the 2 big dude floors are really, really, really problematic for us right now. I just need the Pyre to be able to live through the big dudes that manage to get past us. Remarkable for both of our Infernos to be at the very bottom of our new shuffle. It happens from time to time, constantly to me, occasionally, from time to time. Okay, thankfully that Light Wings will die. I can use a Hornbreak to kill the other one in the back line. Let's use a Pact Morsel for a moment here. Actually, I'll also Weld a Helper and then cannibalize you. Dark Deal for even more damage. Great. Love being able to kill heavily armored units with a upgraded by 10 Hornbreak. One of my favorite things to do in the game. Okay. Okay, we're stacking 4 Lifesteal a turn on the midline now. It's just how many more turns do I get? One more turn. Dang. Alright. Molting Imp goes down. We will Rubble Morsel the middle line. We've got to use Packed Morsels and just pop all of those in the midline too. Let's throw out Self-Mutilation and use 100 damage here, as well as make the Gilded Wing much easier for us to kill. Alright. Okay, we're... okay, maybe. Maybe though. Okay. Molting him. Then I'll Transcend him. A bunch of buffs. Vengeful Shard, Self-Mutilation. Then I will... Oh, of course! The Transcend Imp actually copies the floor capacity increase. I can't believe I completely forgot it. Like, I knew that's how that interacted. Obviously, it's a summon ability. It's just I wasn't thinking about it at the time. Okay. Now we cannibalize you. Inferno. Good lord, was this close? I've been underestimating the Crucible Collector. I've been underestimating it hard. My god. 41 damage taken, but that is our second Ascension Covenant 25 victory. Oops. Our second of the 20 we'll be doing. There we go. Achievement unlocked. The Umbra, which I imagine is just have Umbra be your primary clan and win a rank 25. 4 of each. This is a total of 20. Nice. So should we focus on gilding cards next or the 25s? Like, do we stay on 25s until we've finished all the 25s? I honestly think staying on 25 until I finish all the 25s is going to be the best way to, like, break old habits from previous levels of Covenant, as well as, like, formulate new patterns of play that will make it much easier for us to then go back and get the rest of the golden cards, because we will be much more comfortable winning runs whilst, you know, taking cards that we don't want in the deck, or some other negative modifier as such. Perfect. Let's go to that run summary screen, pull it up on the screen and say that my name is Rhapsody, the name of the game. Best believe it's been Monster Train. There's a playlist in the description down below with all of my content on this game, past, present, and future. And hopefully we'll see you next time.